Hello viewers, sinuses are four pairs of air-filled sacs or cavities which are hollow and they are behind your cheekbones. And their inflammation, when it becomes really chronic, very painful because of some congestion, is known as sinusitis. So in today's video we'll talk about some of its causative factors, the general signs and symptoms, and at the end I'm going to share some top grade complementary or alternative remedies which can help improve this condition without causing any side effects. So if you're suffering from sinusitis, or if you know somebody in your family who's got this problem, try to share or pass on this information so they can get benefit from some natural remedies. Now let's see what are some of the signs and symptoms of sinusitis. First of all, as I've said, sinusitis is the inflammation or congestion in those four air filled or sacs or cavities behind your cheekbones on your face. And normally people feel a lot of tenderness or pain, especially behind their eyes, their nose, and around their forehead as well, and sometimes around their cheeks as well. Some patients may also notice puffiness, especially upon wake up first thing in the morning on their face. They may also have sensations of either blocked nose or runny nose as well, and sometimes it alternates between left side and the right side as well. So congestion, stuffiness, or nasal discharge is also linked with the sinusitis. Fever and sore throat, dull aches in your forehead, especially around the bridge of your nose, is very common with sinusitis. Some patients may also have cough, especially while they're asleep at night. They may also reduce their sense of smell and taste because of sinusitis. They get thick yellow or green mucus, which can also be sometimes foul smelling as well. And sometimes this condition gets really worse in winter, especially when the weather is changing. It's moist, it's wet weather, especially in rainy season as well. Some patients may get excessive toothache or earache with this problem as well, and also a lot of tiredness, fatigue, general malaise is linked with this condition as well. And some patients they complain of having halitosis, that is the bad breath from their mouth as well. So these are some of the common or general symptoms linked with sinusitis. Now we'll see that what are some of the most probable causes or risk factors which trigger this condition. And without dealing or identifying those causative factors, it's very hard to treat this condition. And that's why conventionally you take decongestant, you take antihistamines, you take various kind of antibiotics for the rest of your life, and you still suffer from this condition. The reason is normally the doctors and some patients they don't try to identify the causative factors. And holistically, the primary objective as a holistic consultant, we try to find the cause behind any medical disorder, including sinusitis. So I'm going to discuss some of the possible causes for this condition, and if you get them treated, most likely your condition will get better. So one of the main causative factors which affects more than 90% of sinusitis conditions is the nasal polyps, which are some sort of growths in your nostrils. So normally it is unilateral. Unilateral means it is one-sided. So that growth can cause a condition of further damage to your nose bone, which is a soft bone here, which is called septum, and that is called DNS, which is also known as deviated nasal septum. So when you have an excessive growth either left side of your nose or the right side of your nose, and when it becomes chronic, it puts pressure to balance the inhalation of air in the body, and that causes a tilting in the soft bone of your nose, and that can cause DNS. And if it becomes chronic, it can cause more severe symptoms of sinusitis as well. So to start with, as a homeopath or as a holistic health consultant, we try to deal with the nasal polyp, and if we get that shrunk, if we can reduce that inflammation can improve your symptoms in long run as well. So that is one of the leading causes for sinusitis. Apart from that, if you also have some kind of physical injury to your nose, or if you suffer from a condition called nasal bone spur or cleft palate, they can also cause nasal sinusitis as well. The condition could also be due to severe or chronic viral, fungal, or even bacterial infections. During pregnancy, it could be linked with hormonal imbalance in females, and also if your immune system is compromised, if you suffer from chronic immunity issues, poor immune problems, you are also prone to sinusitis quite a lot as well. Because when your immune system is down, you get recurrent rhinitis, allergic rhinitis, hay fever kind of symptoms, like when you are exposed to cold air, or when the weather is changing, or when there are triggers like dust, fumes, smokes. They can also affect when your immune system is very, very low. Also, some patients who are suffering from chronic asthma or severe kind of lungs disorders, they are also at high risk. People who are sensitive to aspirin, or people who have got gastroesophageal reflux disorder, which is some sort of acid reflux or GERD, they get this problem quite a lot as well. Also, sometime because of some conditions, you have to have a tube inserted through your nose to your stomach to supply some food or feeding, and that can damage your nostrils or inside your nose and can cause sinusitis as well. So these are some of the possible causes of sinusitis, and if you know the cause, you can speak to your doctor and try to get them sorted along with your conventional medicines. Otherwise, unfortunately, many patients they take medication for their life, and still they don't get recovered from this condition. Also, further complications of sinusitis, because this area is very much linked or closer to your brain. So if it is severe in its nature, it becomes very chronic. It can cause a condition called meningitis, which is the covering membrane of your brain. So that is a very fatal condition for some patients as well. It can also cause problem with your eye vision, because this is also very much close to your eyes. So it can cause sometime further damage to vision as well. Also, people with problem with their taste or smell, they can sometimes permanently lose these senses if they are not properly treated. So now I'm going to, which is the main part of this video, is to discuss some of the complementary or alternative remedies. I'm going to share some very effective remedies with you, and if you try these remedies after speaking to your doctor or GP, you will get a lot of improvement, and you can reverse these conditions without causing any damage or side effects in your body. So I'll begin with aromatherapy. As you know that aromatherapy, these are essential oils which are always applied externally. So I'm going to suggest top two aromatherapy essential oils for this condition. So one of the essential oil which is called eucalyptus, and the other recommended oil is peppermint. So you can consider these two essential oils. You can simply inhale them. You can simply use them as in vaporizer, or you can use them in steam inhalation as well. If you prefer, you can also dilute them in some sort of carrier oil like sweet almond oil or olive oil, and make your own blend at home for boosting your immunity. So simply add 10-15 drops of eucalyptus and peppermint in some plain carrier oil, and you can make your own blend, and simply you can massage on the chest, around your neck, especially at bedtime. You should also use the same massage oil on the feet, which is called reflexology, because your feet contains too many reflex points which can help rebalance or reset a lot of systems, including your sinuses as well. So you should always try to have feet massage at bedtime. So this is first one of the first complementary remedy which can help you, and you don't need to inhale, you don't need to use a lot of decongestants. Simply you can use aromatherapy for improvement in this condition. Now I'm going to talk about top 3 herbal supplements which can also help as well. But before I talk about those top 3 herbal supplements, there are 3 home remedies you should consider, especially ginger tea with some good quality honey in that. Especially if you use top quality honey, you will have a lot of improvement in your congestion. Secondly, you can consider more ginger and garlic, because they are natural immunity boosters which are easily available in our kitchens as well. So from your kitchen you can consider ginger, garlic, and onions, and they will boost your immunity. But now I'm going to talk about top 3 herbal supplements. So the first herbal supplement that you may consider is called echinacea. And echinacea is a natural plant which can help fight against various kind of viruses and bacteria. So if this condition is due to viral or bacterial infection, echinacea is a great help, great choice, not only for sinusitis, but it's also great for your lungs functions as well. The second plant that I'm going to suggest is called fenugreek. So you can use fenugreek as a supplement, which also has anti-inflammatory property, and it also helps cleanse mucus or excessive built up of sputum or phlegm in your chest as well. So this will also help clear that. So it is a very simple remedy which you can consider. And finally, the top 3 remedies, one of those is called grapeseed extract. So simply you can consider this, and that will also help with any kind of viral infection. So these herbal remedies will improve your immune system and make your immunity such a strong that you will have less recurrence of various kind of infections, whether it is ENT infection or any other general infection in the body as well. Now I will also suggest top 2 supplements which you can take on daily basis. You should also include more probiotics on daily basis, which can also help improve your gut health, and ultimately this can improve your immunity. And also you should consider taking zinc. Zinc is also very great to boost your immunity as well. Now viewers, I will at the end discuss top 3 homeopathic remedies. As you know that homeopathy is a very unique approach in which we have to look at the causative factors primarily, very importantly, and second we will look at your peculiar or presenting sign and symptoms, and if we match those symptoms with the remedy, and if you use that remedy for a certain time, most likely you can completely eradicate the problem and cure your conditions as well. So the top 3 remedies which I normally recommend to my patients as a first line, the first remedy is called Sanguinaria canadensis. So consider this remedy as in 30 or 200 potency. And the second remedy which will complement this remedy is called Tucrum marum verum. So you should also consider taking this remedy as in 30 and 200 potency as well. Please note that never take homeopathic dilutions directly on the tongue. Rather use them on pills. So buy some unmedicated pills, put about 10 to 15 drops of either of these remedies, and at the end you can simply label and take these remedies up to 2 or 3 times a day directly in your tongue without water, and they will melt straight away in your mouth. And these both medicines will give you a lot of improvement, not only with the sinusitis, but can also help shrunk the inflammation or the nasal polyps as well. One other homeopathic remedy which can be additionally used along with these remedies, especially when the weather is really damp and you get problems when it's seasonal, allergies or very rainy seasons, you can add Dulcamara. Again, you can take up to 2 or 3 times a day in 30 or 200 potency, and that will give you additional benefits. So these are some specific medicines for sinusitis. But if you need specific medicines, if you want to discuss more about your symptoms with other medical conditions, you can always contact. My number is 07960299093, and I'm based in Birmingham, UK. Otherwise, you can visit my website and get all these problems searched, and you can simply click down the drop boxes and you'll find your symptoms, and you can select remedies from there as well. So I'm available throughout the world. You can contact me anywhere you are through teleconsultation, and I would love to help if you're suffering from either sinusitis or any other medical health disorder. So I treat with natural holistic remedies, offering various kind of options including aromatherapy, herbal supplements, and also homeopathy. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again with another topic very soon. You take care, and bye-bye.